Hey gang, this is DL, and I'm going to shoot you a little video of a couple of things. Number one, I got a Blues Junior here, and this is actually a Blues Junior that when I bought it off eBay, the guy said it was actually modded by Bill M himself. And got the little Bill M sticker, you know, right there. But anyway, it's got the presence control on it. I'll try to shoot some. I'm going to pick up the camera and move it around. What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, and I've done this 3 times on a job. I've got 2 Blues Juniors and they were having issues, and it was about that 10-year mark on my Blues Juniors, so they needed service. And I played a couple of jobs and I had problem. And so what I did was I had a Quilter, I think it's the 50-watt 101 reverb, they call it, and it's a head. And I'm going to show you how to hook it up on this thing and what I did to get around that problem. You know, I'm a big advocate. If you watch any of my other videos, I talk about backups. Make sure if you're going to play for money and you're going to be a professional, you better have backup. Most professionals in every trade will, unless the power goes out at where you're playing, then it's not your fault. But anyway, what's going on here, and I'm just going to play a little bit with this really nice, I got this Epiphone Joe Pass model. I know it's made in Korea. I'm just not sure about the date. It's I put the Frequencinator tailpiece on it and a new bridge. And this is a DiMarzio P90 noiseless pickup. And I'm a big advocate for noiseless P90s. I like them. Overall, I'm not saying they're exactly the same thing, but they're really, really close. And this one's made in Korea, and it's got the S on the back, which supposedly stands for Samick plant, and it says made in Korea, but it also has this on here, this little sticker. And to me, what I found out is that's like early. It's like could be a late 90s model. I do have another model that's made in China, and it's pretty good too, man. It's getting set up and worked on, sort of the same appointments, and I did change the original tuners to a Emporer style. So here's what the amp sounds like. It's what the pickup sounds like too. It's got a little bit of residual feedback. Here's one everybody knows. I really think these pickups sound great. The amp sounds great. This one. Learned this from my teacher. Charlie's Angels will be back in just a minute. Anyway, all right, so let me put the guitar down. I'm going to try to move the camera around, and I'm going to show you how to hook this thing up. Just to let you know, I'll show you when I move the camera around. I'm going to put this on a standby. And yes, it does have a standby on it. So, all right, let me pick this guy up, and I'll show you where the controls are. As you see, I put a piece of tape there, so because the old ones, the face plates are actually backwards. Isn't that great? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to come around the back, and I'm going to try to, well, probably got to pull it back some. So what's going on is there's a speaker that's connected, right? So what you need to do, and I would turn the amp off, but I'm not going to turn it off. I think I'll be okay. But, well, you know what? For a video, I think I am going to turn it off. Be my luck, I'd get shocked. Anyway, yeah, I would turn it off. And I'm going to try to zoom this in. I'm going to put the amp on its face. And underneath here, on the left-hand side, your tubes are over here, right? So on your left-hand side, there's a speaker lead, okay? And you're going to take that speaker lead, at least my amp is this way. I'm not sure every Blues Junior is, but I think they are. Now there's 2 1/4-inch inputs. There's one immediately on the far left, and then there's one inside. I put a piece of tape over the one for the far left. And here's the plug. Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the plug for the speaker. It's just a mono TR, I guess TRS tip ring sleeve. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take that and just kind of let it drift there. And here's your Quilter. And the bag doesn't come with the amp when you buy it. It is a cool bag. So here's the amp, and here we go. Here's a speaker cable, just a simple regular speaker cable. And here's the part that you gotta have. Female 1/4-inch to female coupler. Sometimes referred to as a gender bender. That was out before it was the thing to say, right? Okay, that was out 45 years ago, that term. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to just simply plug that into here. I got to do this kind of one-handed, which will be crazy. Let's see if I can do it. Not really. So I'll just kind of do it like this. All right, I got it seated. Clicked it in. Now you're going to take your speaker cable that's over here, right? You're just going to simply plug this guy into the coupler. Whoops. You know, like that. Sorry, it's shaky, guys, but I really don't know how to edit so much in the phone. So this is what we have. So we have a lead that's coming out. That's your speaker lead. See that? Now, we're going to flip that over like that. We're going to take the amplifier. I'm just trying to do it real quick. And we're going to seat it. And then we're going to take our Quilter. We're going to put him back. And we're going to plug him in, give him some juice. Whoops. Right? Gotta make sure it's in there good. And it is. And it fits, actually this thing fits perfectly on top of the amp. And so you want to take this, well, a lead came out. Hold on. You want to take your lead and you want to put it in the 8 ohm jack because this speaker is 8 ohms. So you put that in there. Now your amp is bypassed. I don't even think we have to turn on the amplifier. So we're not even going to turn on the amplifier. meaning the Blues Junior. And we're gonna move our input to this one. Let me get around here. So you're gonna take the input of the guitar and put it right in there. And we're gonna put everything as possibly as where I think it could be on the amplifier. So I probably wasn't even running. It's got a nice, the Quilter is a really cool amp. And we're just going to put it right in that little 5-watt area. So we're going to go back to here. And I'll put this thing here, make a little adjustment. Put it right. That's about where I was, I guess. So grab my pick. Okay. Got the lead. Plug it in the guitar. Turn your amplifier on. Okay, obviously it's not set where I thought it was. So let's move the gain up. It doesn't have the compression of the natural tube, but let's turn the limiter up and see what that kind of does to it. It probably is going to give it a little bit of that. Let's put a little more gain into it. Treble on the guitar is all the way up. Normally I would take the treble down on the guitar pickup so it's not as bright. It's really close to the Blues Junior, man. I mean, playing the greatest, but it's not about me playing here. It's about showing you guys what you can do, and you know, the Quilter stuff's pretty good. I mean, I'm sure if I listen to it back, some people are going to say, well, I prefer the Quilter. Maybe you do. You know, the thing about tubes is they're never always the same. Do I dare say that? But these Quilters are really nice steel. I mean, this thing weighs nothing. It actually fits right on the amplifier, perfect. I mean, it's right sitting right behind the handle, and to me, it sounds like a deluxe reverb. I mean, it. Sounds really good, and I've heard good things about this manufacturer from other players and from techs. Can't say that about a lot of manufacturers right now. The parts are terrible out there, from what I'm hearing. In general, not everything, but anyway, that's what I wanted to show you guys, was how to just switch and swap that out. It's not hard to do. I mean, it's not, you know, you got to get down there and get in the back of the amp, but it can be done, and it's a great backup. Let me tell you, it's a lot easier hauling this for backup than it is hauling 2 amps or 2 combos, or, you know, we don't know how great we have it. But here's the problem with everything like this kind of stuff. I'm not saying this necessarily about Quilter, but it's all going disposable. Unless you've got a $2,000 tube amp, you know. And sometimes those are only as good as the tech that's working on them. Okay, guys, cool. Sorry it took so long.